You don't need a bigger sewing room. You need smarter pieces inside it. Most of us assume we have to buy specialty organizers or brand new furniture, when some of the most useful upgrades are sitting at thrift stores or already in your house. If your space stays cluttered and inefficient, sewing will always feel harder than it needs to. I'm Sarai, and in this video, I'm sharing 5 thrifted finds that completely transformed my sewing room. These are practical items most people overlook, but that make storage and daily sewing noticeably easier. So the next time you walk into a thrift store, or even your own home, you'll know exactly what to look for. You guys, my sewing shed has become a complete mess lately. It's just overflowing with fabric and notions and trims, and it was finally time for me to do an audit, declutter, and get things organized. Let me show you what we're working with here. This is what it typically looks like after I've finished a sewing project. There are scraps everywhere, all my tools laying around, and it's just generally messy and chaotic. I know some of you are probably looking at this thinking, that's not even that bad, but trust me, it gets overwhelming fast when you can't find what you need. I usually spend about 15 minutes or so cleaning up between each project, and that system has been working pretty well for me. But lately, I've been noticing that I don't have a designated place to put certain things, especially scraps and trims. They're starting to take over every surface. Plus, I have a bunch of tools I got recently that don't have a home, and you know how it is. When things don't have a specific spot, they just end up everywhere. So I sat down and made a list of all the areas in my sewing room that needed organization and all the things that didn't have a home. And then I headed to the thrift store on a mission. I'm going to walk you through the principles I use to organize my sewing room with secondhand finds. I'll show you exactly what I look for when I'm thrift shopping, so you can spot the same gems on your next trip. Because here's what I've learned. You don't need to spend a fortune on those fancy organizing systems. Some of my best storage solutions have come from those unexpected thrift store finds. The first thing I always hunt for are baskets of various sizes. I use thrifted baskets all over my sewing room, and they're brilliant for keeping everything accessible. Use big floor baskets for corralling bulky items like printed patterns, while smaller baskets can be hung on the wall to hold works in progress. Everything stays contained but visible. When projects have a visible home, you're way more likely to finish them. For this organizing session, I decided to use these new baskets to wrangle all my serger thread, which had gotten really messy on the shelf because those cones are so easy to knock over. The other brilliant thing about these particular baskets is that they're stackable. So once I corralled all that serger thread, it actually took up way less shelf space. So basically, that's 3 kinds of baskets that I look for wherever I need open storage. 1, large baskets that can sit on the floor and hold big items like patterns or fabric. 2, baskets with handles that I can hang on pegs or hooks to hold works in progress when I'm not actively working on them. And 3, stackable baskets for holding medium-sized items on shelves like serger thread. And speaking of making your sewing space work better, whether you have an entire room or just a corner of your kitchen table, smart organization is absolutely crucial. We've put together our best tips and tricks for creating a sewing space that actually functions, no matter how small your area is. We share organizational ideas and tools that'll make your creative space way more efficient. I'll put the link in the description below where you can download it right now to help you remember all these ideas. Now let's talk about containers that do the organizing work for you. I found this adorable silverware caddy, and it's absolutely perfect for my marking and cutting tools. The handle means I can easily move it around my workspace, and those built-in dividers keep everything upright so I can see exactly what's available at a glance. Vintage jewelry boxes are gold mines for small notion storage. Lots of different jewelry box styles will work. This one is a compact style that slides out. These little compartments are perfect because each type of notion gets its own space. Use them for buttons, presser feet, bobbins, basically any small items that get lost in the shuffle. The separate compartments keep snaps away from buttons, hooks away from bobbins, no more mixed up messes. And here's a completely unexpected find, this little green dish rack. I was struggling with my oversized patterns that don't fit in my regular pattern storage boxes, and this dish rack is absolutely perfect for holding patterns of any size. You just stack them up like plates, and if they're too floppy, add some cardboard as backing. The point is, you're looking for anything that helps you divide and organize, even if you're not using it for its original purpose. Picnic baskets, caddies, file boxes, and dish racks are all examples of secondhand finds that can be repurposed to keep sewing tools and accessories organized and contained. Cookie tins are something I always hunt for at thrift stores. Sure, I save most of them for holiday cookie gifts, but they're also incredible for organizing on shelves because they stack so beautifully. I found this cute tin with roses on it, and I use it to hold some of my circular knitting needles. Round tins like this are great for flexible stuff, like these needles or ribbons or elastic. Large swing top jars are another treasure I always seek out. A big jar like this can hold an enormous amount of trims, ribbons, or yarn. Plus, you can see everything inside at a glance. And because they seal completely, your supplies are protected from pests and dust. Just be sure to keep them out of direct sun if you're worried about fading and sun damage. Here's something most people overlook but shouldn't: old department store gift boxes. Most people walk right by these thrift store gems without realizing they're storage gold. These simple cardboard boxes often have beautiful patterns and they're perfect for stackable storage. The key is adding labels on the side so you can see what's inside when they're stacked. I had these vintage gummed labels in my stash, and I love how they give all my various boxes a consistent, intentional look. The vintage aesthetic beats plastic bins every time, and they cost almost nothing. Vintage hat boxes work beautifully for this too, and they often have the most gorgeous patterns. Those can be a little harder to find, but I often see them at antique stores. Even if you can't find boxes in colors or prints you like, it's easy to cover them in a pretty paper or fabric yourself. Or go the simple route and use plain craft boxes with lids and just give them a pretty label. You could even print your own labels. Any container that's stackable will help you to keep your trims and small items organized. And even the most humble containers can be dressed up to look pretty on a shelf. Remember those sewing space tips I mentioned earlier? This guide will show you how these thrift store organizing principles work even if you're dealing with a tiny space. The key is maximizing vertical storage and choosing containers that multitask. Exactly what we're covering here. So be sure to download it for free below, and you'll have even more tips to take with you. Small dishes and bowls are absolute workhorses in sewing room organization. Plus, my local thrift store always has tons of pretty old mismatched dishes just looking for a second life. You can use them on shelves to hold tiny items, or even put them in drawers and secure them with command strips so they don't slide around. Here's a clever trick. Glue a magnet to the underside and you've got yourself a magnetic pin dish. These small containers basically act as dividers to keep small items organized, prevent that junk drawer situation we've all experienced. The genius is that they're already designed to hold small items. They're naturally the right size and shape for notions. And here's another thing I collect: vintage vases. Not only are they great for flowers, but they can also hold so many tools and implements. These vessels solve the ugly tool storage problem perfectly. They hide less attractive supplies while keeping everything accessible. The ceramic conceals what's inside, but you can still grab what you need instantly. Your tools stay organized and your room looks intentionally designed, not cluttered. So be sure to check the aisles with the dishes and ceramics anytime you find yourself in need of a place to corral items like pins, markers, or bobbins. They're great for grouping items together and keeping things pretty. This might be my favorite find of the day: this rack with slide-out baskets for only $20. You could achieve the same thing with small bookshelves or dressers, but I thought these would be perfect for my overflow fabric, specifically those pieces that are less than a yard but aren't quite small scraps. I have so many of these medium pieces that I struggle to get rid of because I use them for accessories, pockets, or lining pieces. The open design means I can see what's available, which makes me way more likely to actually use the fabrics instead of forgetting about them. I took all my small pieces out, separated them from my main fabric stash, then rolled them and placed them in the baskets. Now I can see everything. So whenever I need a pretty pocket lining or want to make some contrast bias tape, I have them right there to inspire me. The downside is sun exposure, so I'm thinking about making a cover for it. I've seen some quilted dog crate cover DIYs online, and I think something like that could work perfectly. But for now, I just rolled up all these pieces and sorted them by color in the baskets. The transformation in my sewing space is honestly incredible. Everything has a designated home, I can find what I need quickly, and the whole space feels so much more inspiring to work in. Now that your sewing space is organized, you'll probably realize just how much fabric you've actually accumulated over the years. If you're feeling overwhelmed by your fabric stash and need smart storage solutions that actually work, watch this video next where I share 5 genius ideas for organizing your fabric collection, including which methods worked amazingly and which ones completely failed.